This is your numbers, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Open this now. Salute. Please be seated.
Christian or Muslim?
Muslim.
Take it well. It's also me.
I, RSLAF 18-18-1839, Sergeant Barua Uti.
Swear by Almighty Allah.
Sworn by Almighty Allah.
That the evidence. Which I shall give. Before this court martial. Shall be the truth. The whole truth. And nothing.
Who also informing of his rights to the legal representation provided by the RSLAF legal department if he so wish to do so. Also informing to hire a private lawyer but at his own expense. Which I asked him if he understood, and he responded by saying yes. So doing, affixed his right hand thumbprint to the caution statements to acknowledge that he has been cautioned. Lord, we started the record of interview after caution by asking some questions, which he supplies answers to those questions. And at the end of the record of interview after question, I read the entire record of interview to the first accused.
Before we record the question and the responses.
Just my Lord.
Yes, continue.
Just like I said, the purpose of the record of interview was question and answers. Because of the interview, we have to suspend the interview with his own consent. And that interview was resumed on the following day, which I also reminded him of his rights to the legal representation as prescribed earlier on the first session. I also asked him if he was willing and prepared to continue the record of interview.
24. He was 29.
Now can we request the E1 to 29 to read?
My Lord, this is a record of interview after question of the first accused with your ICC. Details of the first interview, surname, say first name by service number SL782, rank major, type of engagement quartermaster, date and place of birth 1st January 1968, and the place of birth is Morocco. Marital status, yes. Full military unit address 15 Battalion Women Garrison. Details and CO as the procedure of the units. I informed the CO that there was a signal message for the COs to solely keep the keys to the arms and ammunition. Yet, I continued to share the keys with the CO. I also went to AFTC and 4 Brigade McKinney, where I met the same procedure of sharing the keys between the PM and the CO. After many years, when I came back to 15 Battalion Leone, I met the same old pattern of sharing the arsenal key with the CO. Question: how many staff do you have with you at the care department? Answer: I have with me six persons working with me at the same department, and they are Staff Sergeant David Egas McCoy, Sergeant Bangura, Sergeant Chue, Private Sia, Staff Sergeant Dauda, and the one is now late in the person of our Charles, respectively. Question: who deputizes you at the care department? Answer: the Staff Sergeant David Egas McCoy, RKNS. Question: what is your working relationship with the RKNS? Answer: it is cordial. Question: do you share secret together? Answer: no, sir. Question: as the PM, who are you answering to at the unit? Answer: the CO. Question: what is the appointment of Staff Sergeant Dauda? Answer: he is the ration storeman. Question: who is the arm storeman? Answer: he is Sergeant Chue. Question: in your statement to the police, a short while ago, Staff Sergeant Dauda sent the CO's brother to you to open the arms store for the inspection of the serial number of one weapon. Is that correct? Answer: yes, sir. Question: as a peer, why do you think that Staff Sergeant Dauda would want you to open the arms store for it? Could it be more than 6 months ago? Answer: yes, sir. Question: you have been using it till date? Answer: yes, sir. Question: do you know any Amman Quetta? Answer: yes, I know him because he had worked at 15 Battalion a long time. Question: do you have any personal relationship with him? Answer: no, I don't have a personal relationship with him. Question: even though you said that you don't have a personal relationship with Amman Quetta, do you have his phone number? Answer: no, even though you used to call me on a strange number. Question: take a look at this call log of Amman Quetta and comments. Answer: I wish to state that I recognize the photos of my 2 daughters on the profile photo shown to me from the call logs of Amman Quetta. That's in the evening hours of Saturday, 25 November 2023, I received a phone call from Amman Quetta, who told me to help him with arms and ammunition, and I replied him that I have no means and ways to assist him without he requested for me, with what he requested for me, in helping him getting arms and ammunition. The time now is 16:33 hours from today's date, and interview suspended for tomorrow with your consent. Do you understand? Responding by saying yes. Now, interview recommences to open the arms door and check for a weapon serial number, because I don't want to betray the state. I told Obunyake to tell Abu Dauda that I will not open the arms door. Thereafter, Obunyake left. At the time Obunyake gave me Staff Sergeant Abu Dauda's message, Obunyake told me that Staff Sergeant Abu Dauda was happened next? Answer. In the evening hours of Saturday, 25 November 2023, Aman Koita called me, attacking me that I have betrayed him because I failed to assist him with the arms and ammunition requested for me. In response, I told Aman Koita that I have given Staff Sergeant Abu Dawda the arms and ammunition he asked for. Since then, Aman Koita stopped communicating with me. I wish to state that all the arms and ammunition of 15 Battalion are intact. Question. Did you inform the commanding officer? Is commanding officer still 15 Battalion about this development? Answer. No, I did not inform him. Question. Apart from the military service of Aman Koita, how else do you know him? Answer. On several occasions, the commanding officer still 15 Battalion has been measuring Aman Koita's name on most parade, informing us about his abuse to military authorities and saying bad things about the military. Question. Now that you know Aman Koita in that light, why didn't you inform the CEO when he approached you for arms and ammunition? Answer. I was afraid because Aman Koita is a wanted man. So when he asked me for arms and ammunition, I thought keeping the information to myself as the best thing to do. RSLAF 1818 2451, last Wilkinson, also of JP. Last of the Mansari of JP. My Lord, I question fifth accused in Creole that he is not obliged to say anything unless he wishes to do so. That whatever he says will be taken out in writing and could be given as evidence against him. I do also inform you of his rights to the legal representation provided by the RSLAF Legal Department if you 2023.
And you want us to see that one?
Yes, my Lord.
Just to be clear, Sergeant, so the statement you obtained was on the 3rd of December 2023, not as earlier stated 28th November.
Correct, my Lord.
You want us to see this?
Yes, my Lord.
Send that, my Lord.
It's F1 to 10 version. F1 to 10.
It is a usual and continuous process whilst performing duty. During the tenure of duty, between 2100 hours to 2200 hours on Saturday, 25 November 2023, I received a phone call from my colleague Solia, Amara, service number unknown, also of Corporate Station, who asked me my whereabouts, and I told him that I am on duty at the arm store at Corporate Station. In the interim, Amara intimated me that he observed some of the senior officers coming inside Corporate Station with their vehicles, and that he told me to be alert, as he said. He does not know what was going on. Having received short information, I stayed alerted and observed vehicles whose exact registration numbers I cannot tell now, entering at Corporate Station. I kept on staying alert, and I unconsciously fell asleep till 0100 hours on Sunday, 26 November 2023. I woke up and still seeing vehicles lights away from the company main gate, which prompted me to leave my duty post to the main gate in order to know what was going on. On reaching at the cell gate, I saw Amara, who called me on phone, Sergeant Conte, now late, Obra Asumana, and Sergeant AKE Pastor, are charged as court martial. I had Major Amara, a charge corporal, who was together with the soldiers at the main gate, telling them to check if we move out, heading along the Wilkinson Road and halted at Morrington Road Junction, during when an argument ensued between them that some are saying that let us go at JLU, whilst others are saying let us head to whatever road prison center to free the inmate detained thereaway. I had all this discussion, and inside the vehicle I boarded, I had name mentioned as Quater, but I had never known him before. Finally, they agreed to help for Baneba Road, and whilst on our way going, they stopped at Congo Cross Police Division, and I saw them stopping one police open land cruiser, telling the driver to turn and follow them, which the driver did. At this point, the vehicles are 3 in numbers, and while heading to Baneba Road Prison Center, passing along the Congo Cross Bridge, diverted by all railway line onto St. John and drove ahead to Baneba Road onto the prison center. On reaching there, I had someone asking for the main gate key at Baneba Road Prison. I was seated inside the same vehicle when I saw one of the militants shouting, "Sorry, my lord," shooting sporadically on a story building near the Baneba Road Prison Center. In the entry, nobody had or came out from that building. During this process, I saw one of the people move in reverse and hit the gate of the Baneba Road several times, and the gate several times.
Hold on. If you don't have a problem with your eyes, put that thing up. Alright.
Thank you, madam. I saw one of the vehicles move in reverse and hit the gate at the Baneba Road several times, and they succeeded opening the gates. One of them gave me another AK-47 rifle attached with a magazine, but I cannot tell if the mag was loaded or not. At the Orugu Bridge, I had firing sounds away from Jue area, and an exchange of firing ensued between them. That is, those we stopped at the bridge and those from Jue area, but I did not discharge a single shot. At this point, I escaped narrowly and jumped into the gutter and went down the Orugu Bridge, where I took or removed my uniform combat suit and left with the short trousers without t-shirt and footwear. I abandoned the gun last given to me by the militants and dropped all my military wearing at that gutter and escaped the scene. I managed to travel in bounds on motorbikes, and I reached at Corporate Station, and I reported myself to the Leone Thomas, Corporate Station RSM, explaining to him how I struggled to escape from the militants. I concluded that I was unable to get the rifle I signed and collected at Corporate Station, which was snatched off from me at the time I was captured at Corporate Station in areas of Sunday, 26 November 2023. The above allegation against me to conspire with others to commit a crime to reap murder, treason, stop breaking at 5 Atamamori, and permitted the escape of inmates in Baneba Road Prison and the reintegration center at New England Special Court is not true. The above statement was made by me in Creole, recorded and explained to me in Creole to the best of my understanding, admitted it to be true and correct, which I made in free report. Here ends reading of this piece of my Lord.
New record the 18th January 2024.
Yes, my Lord.
Where were you?
My Lord, I was on duty at the Special Investigation Branch.
Whilst that then happened with respect to the same accused person in the
that I'm going to ask him some further questions, which I expect him to supply answers to those questions. And my Lord, we started the record of interview by asking questions and supplying answers to those questions. My Lord, in the course of doing the record of interview after question, we have to suspend this interview because I was assigned to another task. A colleague of mine, who is Sergeant Pierce Kabu, did the completion of his interview. My Lord, my own portion, I read the entire record of interview to the fifth accused, which is signed and dated on that very day. And the completion was done by my colleague, as I said.
which are in our academic investigations between to the person and to the
My Lord, this is a record of interview after question from the fifth accused. As details of the person being interviewed, surname created, phoneme Ibrahim, service number 1818-1312, rank, last corporal, date and place of birth 10 January 1982, and the place of birth is Freetown. Marital status, yes. Full name, remote address, corporate station. Phone number supplies 088-959636. Details of interviewer, surname Johnny, phonemes Sir, full name, remote address, joint proposing GPU, number and rank, RSLAF 1817-5774, staff sergeant. Persons present at the what capacity, RSLAF 1818-1839. Sergeant Bangura Uti of the Special Investigation Branch Department, GPU. As the recorder, RSLAF 1880-1643, Sergeant Gago PS, and RSLAF 1880-2152 Corporal Chure served in the capacity as the witnesses. Place of interview was the Joint Provost Unit, FPC Canteen, River Force Barracks, dated 18 January 2024. Time the interview was started for 200 hours. I told the fifth accused that he not able to military dress. During that period, I saw two vehicles with FRB personnel on board their way, heading towards the property main gates and went outside. Having seen this, I was confused and I called my wife and told her to stay at home at property cookhouse, and I told her to stay in line with the children. I was still at the art store at Corporate, and about an hour later, I saw the same two vehicles coming inside the complex again, and I was not aware of anything or happenings. Also, nobody gives me any information about what was going on. I went back to my place of rest along the corridor to lie down, but I was conscious about myself. I wish to state that between 0200 hours to 0300 hours on Sunday, 26 November 23, I had a gunshot sound away from Wilberforce direction, and in the entry, I dressed up by putting on my combat jacket, and I went towards the entrance route of CGF, leading upstairs into his office, during when I saw Brigadier JPS Bondo, Chief of Staff at HQ JFC. One other person I was unable to identify at that moment, and they seated back of CGF vehicles that was parked at its normal parking space. Whilst I was at this entrance near the mentioned officers, the firing sound was still echoing away from a distance, and that since I was alone at the location, I was detailed to perform duty. I decided to walk towards the main gate at Cochrane, and whilst on my way, I saw one soldier commonly called Vojo, who is reportedly to the Dicos Colonel Usua, and Private Vojo asked me, who is he going there? And I replied him, it was me, Elias 12, as commonly known by everyone. He told me to stay one side, and as we were talking to each other, Private Vojo was standing at the second gate at Cochrane. Based on this tip-off, I called RSM Thomas Cochrane Station RSM through his phone, in which his phone rang several times, but he did not pick up my calls. So I called Staff Sergeant Bimba Elias Muji on his phone and tried to tell him to reach RSM Thomas, but during that time, I was hearing sound of gunshots, but I could be able to get from his responsive that himself have heard about the issue of calling the Commandant, Lieutenant Colonel J. Johnson, about the armed keys. I wish to state that Major Mara instructed late Sergeant Conte to look out for Lieutenant Colonel Samai, officer at Cochrane, now late. This statement is factual on my previous statement I made on to the instruction given by Colonel Usua cause to block the armed store at Cochrane, and that reference this instruction. I saw the local line of airwing came with an iron and hit the door of the armed store and succeeded in opening it. All the process of issuing weapon to personnel and myself signing for the rifle was made clear on my previous statement. Reference to my voluntary statement after caution I made on November 28, 2023, explaining how I was captured and the unknown officer, someone called his name as Cape, in brackets, who snatched my rifle AK-47 with 60 rounds of 7.62 by 39mm and now 2 rounds. I have signed and collected from the public arms store. The same officer puts me on one point telling me if I will join them, but I told him to return to me my rifle, but he refused. We were standing under the mango tree roundabout to the route leading to FBC and main building when I saw Staff Sergeant Abu Dauda from Cochrane headquarters, and on reaching at the main gate of Cochrane, I saw a dead person in combat suit lying on the ground with his back, with his face pointing upwards. I actually did not know that dead person. At this juncture, I became frightened whilst we were on our way going towards Congo Cross, and on reaching at Monitor Junction, the vehicle we are seated got a tire fault, and the driver, Staff Sergeant Kalon, parked it towards the direction we came from near the Bukel Commercial Park, and I lighted therein. At this point, there was disagreement between the government that some are saying to go to JLU, whilst other group are saying let us go at Kademba Road. So the argument went on between them as to which direction to go. In the entry, one of the government gave a phone to Lieutenant Colonel S.A. Sandy, telling him to call someone at JLU and told the person that let the soldiers at JLU come and join us. If not, they are going to attack at that location, JLU. Lieutenant Colonel Sandy, on the phone discussion with the person we called, I heard him saying RSM Samai. I put into what that Sadi said, RSLAF survive. The man then said, Leone can't join them. Leone can't join them, otherwise they can't attack now, jail. End of quote. That is to say, when the Sadi spoke to the recipients, he made a phone call that the government asked for jail personnel to join them as military monitor. If not, they are going to attack them there. At this point, at Monitor Junction, one of the gunmen in civil dress with a wool cap was holding an RPG gun and are charged with bombs. This man stood towards the direction of Congo Cross axis, and I came to hear someone call the name of this man with the RPG bomb as area stood, and I did not know him before. Whilst at the scene, I saw open van of CJF coming from Congo Cross Junction, heading towards the new church at Campbell Street, and they asked everyone to come down from the vehicle. At this point, one fair in complexion man in a civil dress with nice Muslim cap gave instruction that the team is to divide it into two groups, that one group was used to bypass routes along the church to reach at Panela, whilst the other group should use the straight road of Campbell Street, in which I belong to that group, to the Campbell Street. I came to hear the name of this man giving instruction as waiter. If I have never known this waiter before. In the interim, whilst we are walking on foot, advancing to Panema together with Elias Stone, there was a black jeep coming from opposite direction, and Elias Stone stopped that vehicle by pointing the RPG bomb towards the driver, and he stopped the vehicle. Inside that vehicle are two soldiers who identified themselves as soldiers from Joint Presidential Guard Force, JPGF, and on my observation, the vehicle this JPGF soldiers ordered is a police vehicle. At this point, Elias Stone ordered the two soldiers to come down from the vehicle. Soldiers adhered to short orders, and some of the gunmen went to the vehicle to shut the trunk and discover two black AK-47 rifles and a blue fragment jacket, which one of the JPGF soldiers threw on the ground. And I went to pick it up and wear it, assisted by one police, because it was heavy. I was dressed in combat suit with military helmet. At this point, we walked on foot from where they intercepted the two JPGF soldiers to Panema, and reaching there, Staff Sergeant Abu Daba instructed me to hold all the bombs to the assisting Elias Stone, whom I later came to know again as Suriba, and that Staff Sergeant Abu Daba said we should go to Razak Junction in order to engage the police or troops and colleagues in detention. Before we left Panema for special court, I did not see Waiter and Abu Dawda. I heard one of the gunmen saying he tried to call Waiter on phone. On many occasions, his phone was switched off. Myself and Suriba, who was shot on his leg at Razak Junction, we are inside the military van, whilst the other gunmen on board and other people, and we left Panema for special court using Campbell Street. And on reaching at Mende Church, they gave instruction to all to come down from the vehicle except Suriba and I, that we are left inside the vehicle, and the rest walked on foot to the special court, whilst our driver drove behind them. I was still instructed by one of the gunmen to stay with Suriba inside the vehicle, which I did, and before departing the Panema Road, Suriba was saying that let his colleague take him to Waterloo for medication, but shot was ignored. On reaching a special court, the driver of our vehicle parked at the back gate of the main reintegration center for special courts, and the driver was instructed to reverse the vehicle and hit the gate, which he did, and the gate was opened. After the gate had opened, I saw some of the female inmates rushing out of the gate trying to escape. I also saw one soldier I knew before as driver, and I even saw Elias Yeti, who I knew when I was born. At this said place, someone said we should head for SMBC, but there was sporadic firing coming from the direction. So we took back direction as to the same route we came from, heading to Waterloo as next plan of movement. We left with the same team, but I could not see Staff Sergeant Abu Dawda and Twitter, and right on our way, using an abandoned old road, I picked up to where and walked on the main road, and reaching Grafton Junction, I continued working when I met an old friend at Grafting whom I explained my plight, and he assisted me with 20,000 euros I used to aspire from Grafting to Cockney. Due to the curfew on Sunday 26 November 2023, I was unable to reach at Cockney headquarters, and I passed the night inside the mosque at Hill Station on that very night of November 26, 2023, and on that very on that morning, 27, on the next morning, Monday, 27 November 23, I arrived at Cockney headquarters and I reported myself to RSL Thomas Cockney Station RSL, and at that time, Staff Sergeant Mansare alias on board of JPU advises to report at the MP office at Cockney to explain myself, which I did. At the same office, I was asked on the circumstances of my arrest and escape, which I narrated to the MP office, and they took me to Lieutenant Colonel Sandi, where again he asked me to explain my story, which I did same as what I have said at the MP office. In explaining to Lieutenant Colonel Sandi, I mentioned that I dropped my rifle inside the drainage at Dre at the time that I was trying to escape. I wish to say that the weapon given to me at Dre resembles like the one I signed and collected the arsenal at Cockney. But I will not now tell if it is the very weapon. Reasons that at the time I was arrested at Cockney, said weapon was snatched off from me. In the interim of short explanation, I left HQ Cockney headquarters with a team of MP soldiers. I understood the above statements. I'm really ready to continue with the interview question. Having heard from your free report, you wish to put some few questions with regards to the investigation. Are you really ready to answer to these questions? Answer, yes, sir. Question: when were you enlisted in the RSLAF? Answer: in the year 2002. Question: where is your present deployment and in what capacity? Answer: my current unit is Cockney Station and also serve in the capacity as Cockney Mosque Assistant Cleaner. Question: who is your immediate boss? Answer: Commandant Cockney Station, Lieutenant Colonel Johnson Elias Awo. Question: apart from your name Ibrahim Biate, do you have any other alias name you are called? Answer: my alias names are 13, 12, and Imam. Question: in your free accounts to this investigation, you stated that on Sunday 26 November 2023, you were captured at Cockney Barracks by Staff Sergeant Abu Dawda and other during the attack at Cockney Barracks, and we are taken to Monitor Junction and Neighborhood respectively. Is that correct? Answer: yes, sir. Perfectly correct. Question: do you know Staff Sergeant Abu Dawda? Answer: yes, I know him between 2013 and 2014, while he was a storeman at GRF Cockney Barracks. Question: do you have any personal relationship with Staff Sergeant Abu Dawda? Answer: no. Question: do you know Staff Sergeant Kalo? Answer: yes, I know him as a driver at Cockney some few years ago. Question: do you know Ahmad Koita? Answer: no, sir. Question: have you ever heard about the name Ahmad Koita? Answer: yes, I have heard that name as social media blogger who usually say negative things about the army and the authority in the RSLAF. Question: do you know Captain Senesi? Answer: yes, the government troops coming from that end. Question: will you agree with us that we are engaged in exchange of fire with the government troops that we are advancing towards Panama through the fields? What can you say about this? Answer: that is correct. We are exchanging firing. Question: apart from the firing you talked about at Razak Junction, in which you used the energy weapon, where else did you use that weapon? Answer: apart from the firing at Razak Junction, I did not use the weapon no other place, and the weapon was taken from me by a fat man who was in company with Ahmad Koita during the prison break. Question: take a careful look at the CCTV camera footage that was captured at Padema Road Prison on Sunday 26 November 2023 at about 0800 hours provided by the CID Cyber Department, and he was asked to comment. He commented that, having taken a careful look at the CCTV footage video, I wish to state that these were the exact actions that took place at the Panama prison on the day in question. In the said video, I can identify myself in a full American suit uniform, brown boots, combat, helmet, and a blue flannel jacket. I was also in position with an LMG weapon. Question. In the CCTV video shown to you, we are seen firing shots at Panama Road prison on the day of the attack. What were you firing at? Answer. Indeed, I fired some shots at Panama Road on that day. I wish to state that I did not fire at anyone for anything, but I do so in order for the attackers to know, according to the circumstances and from what we got, there was sufficient evidence for you to have escaped. From those attackers, but you refuse to do so and choose to stay with them throughout the attacks. What can you say about that? Answer. No, that is not true. I did not just decide to stay with them. It was as a result of fear for my life that made me not to stay with them. Interview concluded at 4 hours on Friday, 19 January 24. Conducted in Creole, responses made in Creole, recorded in English, made over explained to him in English and explained him to in Creole. Here ends record of this interview after question, my lord.
You said you had before 24 January 2024.
Yes, my lord.
On that date, you recall whether anything happened in relation to the several abuse paid by RSLAF?
Yes, my lord.
Please tell the court.
Yes, my lord. On that very fateful day, I was on duty again at the same office SID company, where required by the Officer Commando Special Investigation Branch to go at First Provost Company FPC My Lord, I kickstart the record of interview by asking questions, and you supply answers to those questions. And at the end of recording this interview after question, I read the entire record of interview to him. I read the record of interview to him in English and explained same in Creole, which he accepted to be true and correct. By affixing his right hand thumbprint on the bottom left of each page, whereas I signed as the recorder. Whereas Sergeant Camara is signed as second interviewer in the capacity as a witness.
You have to see that statement to give a push to identify it.
Yes, my lord.
Kindly take a look at that statement.
Yes, my lord. This is the record of interview, my lord.
And it's signed and dated.
Yes, my lord.
Since the original.
Yes, my lord.
And has since been in the custody.
Yes, my lord.
You have got to have it.
Yes, my lord.
Send that one.
So that you have the right to legal representation provided by RSLAF legal department if you wish to do so. And that you are also reminded of getting a private lawyer, but it could be on your expenses. Now, do you wish to respond to an interview we are going to conduct with you without a legal representation? Respond by saying yes, sir. Question. Which unit are you serving and where do you reside as your residential venue? Answer. I am serving 15th Infantry Battalion, Luge Garrison, and I live at Block D6, Room 3, Garrison Barracks. Question. How long have you served in this unit? Answer. I have served said unit since 2002 till date. That is 21 years now. Question. Do you know Staff Sergeant Kano of 15th Battalion? Answer. Yes, sir. Question. How do you know him? Answer. He is my personal friend and a colleague senior NCO at the said unit. Question. What appointment does Staff Sergeant Kano is serving at 15th Battalion? Answer. I know him as the unit driver. Question. Who is he driving for? Answer. He drives one of the unit vehicles. Question. Before your arrest to assist this investigation, you are now responding to an interview. Where was you deployed? Answer. It is ECOWAS Depot, the deployment under 15th Battalion Administration, and it is closer to the Leone International Airport. Question. What was your task at that deployment? Answer. I was there to secure the properties of the ECOWAS Depot. Question. How many of you deployed there? Answer. We are 3 in numbers, namely myself, Elias Laskoku Dali, and Laskoku Timbo, all of the same unit, with service numbers unknown to me. Question. Who is the commander that was going on in Freetown? And I replied him no. He asked me to listen carefully to know what was going on in Freetown. Question. Did you listen or inquire to know what was going on in Freetown? Answer. Yes. I was at my deployment thinking over what the rider told me, and I climbed on unfinished building and looked away from Freetown direction when I saw smoke flow from the hills. Question. When Staff Sergeant Kano approached you at ECOWAS Depot and asked you to join him inside his vehicle, which you refused, did you inform any of the authority about short discussion? Answer. No, sir. Question. Why did you fail to do so? Answer. I was not thinking that short request is useful. Question. He wants you to tell this investigation over the discussion you had with Staff Sergeant Kano, asking you to join him inside the vehicle with the unknown civilian. Was it before or after the November 26 incident? Answer. It was before the incident of November 26, 2023. Question. We are putting it to you that you knew what Staff Sergeant Kano was all about. What do you have to say? Answer. I don't know anything about what Staff Sergeant Kano was planning. Question. Don't you think that if you have told the authority about Staff Sergeant Kano's discussion with you, will have saved the life of the citizen and prevented the November 26 incident? Answer. Yes, I think it is true. Question. We are putting it to you that you know the person in the civil attire that was inside the vehicle with Staff Sergeant Kano to be a military officer. What have you got to say? Answer. No, sir. I don't know him. I don't know that man as an officer. Question. Do you know Captain Jalo? Answer. Yes, sir. He is an officer from 15th Battalion Leone. Question. Okay, not to disclose to anyone about your discretion. Answer. I was thinking that I could be on the safer side. That's why I told us not to tell anyone about our discussion. Question. At the ECOWAS Depot in Leone, how many of you that we are there where Staff Sergeant Kano asked you to join him inside his vehicle? Answer. It was only me. Question. What exactly Staff Sergeant Kano told you after you refused to join him inside the vehicle he was sitting? Answer. Staff Sergeant Kano did not say any other thing to me. Question. Who was inside the vehicle with Staff Sergeant Kano and who told you as a coward soldier? Answer. No one. Question. We are putting it to you that the civilian you saw inside the vehicle with Staff Sergeant Kano is Captain Jalo. Is it true? Answer. No, sir. Question. Who was the driver in control of that vehicle together with Staff Sergeant Kano? It was the civilian served as driver. Question. Do you agree with this investigation that as a result of you failing to inform the authorities about the movement of Staff Sergeant Kano before the incident in Freetown was that you were quite aware about attack in Freetown, in which Staff Sergeant Kano asked you to join him so that both of you will come to Freetown and launch the attack, causing the death of Lieutenant Onesamai, Sergeant Conte, and other serving personnel that lost their lives during the attack? Answer: no, sir. I really don't know the plan and mission of Staff Sergeant Kano on the attack in Freetown. And that if Staff Sergeant Kano would have explained to me that they are coming to attack Freetown, I would have informed the authority, but because we are many.
Yes, you were many, which means you were not the sole person.
Yes,
Was it a joint investigation?
yes, my lord.
In the course of your investigation, there were mention made of attackers. Did you in any way investigate how these attackers were moving and their strength in numbers?
My lord, if you are getting well from the narrative I read,
Did you investigate in any way how these attackers were moving and their strength in numbers?
no, my lord.
Now, from your investigation, was it the case that there were other military personnel who were arrested by these attackers?
Correct, my lord.
Was not his friend, but his workmate?
My lord, he told me he is his friend. He is his personal friend.
I put it to you that he did not tell you so. He told you that Staff Sergeant Kalon was his workmate and not his friend.
He told me he is his friend, and besides, he's working mates.
Now, at the time statement we obtained was obtained from these accused persons, those statements you have just tendered before this court, were there present legal representatives?
No, my lord.
Now, do you know where the seventh accused is deployed? Are we going to say before this trial was deployed at 15 Battalion, Lungi, right?
Correct, my lord. Further deployed as the ECOWAS depot, Lungi, Lungi International Airport.
And the staff sergeant whose name he mentioned, Staff Sergeant Kalon, was as well deployed to that unit, right?
Correct, my lord.
Now, during the course of your investigation, did you have any evidence
that will be satisfied with this?
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Please call out Transporter Cargo, please. Cargo.
Praise God, Muslim. Take the Quran. Repeat after me. I,
RSLAF 1822 last one, Abdullah.
swear by Almighty Allah,
Swear by Almighty Allah
that the evidence which I shall give before this court martial shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me Allah. Sworn on the Quran, my Lord.
Transporter Cargo, could you please restate your name? And use the word Wilkinson.
Yes, my Lord.
Could you please tell the court what you did?
I was given a task by my OC to investigate the nation accused.
Did you carry out that instruction to investigate him?
Yes, my Lord.
Did you obtain statements alone?
I was with someone to witness statement.
And how did you obtain that statement? Was he cautioned in question?
Yes, my Lord.
In which language?
Partially in English, explain to me also in Creole. And I do ask him, if you do understand, he said yes.
Did you record the question and his responses?
Also, my Lord.
Yes.
Yes, my Lord. This is voluntary statement after caution, reality. Surname, Uyate. First name, Ibrahim. Service number, 1818-1312. Lance Corporal. Date and place of birth, 10th January 1981, Twitter. Full military address, Corporate Station. Statement taken by RSLAF 1818-2554, Lance Corporal Cargo Abdullah, HQ SIB JP, dated 28th day of November 2023. And the above named person, military personnel bearing the above detail mentioned, I am here to make a statement in relation to an alleged mutiny. I have been told that I am not obliged to say anything unless I wish to do so, and that whatever I say will be taken down in writing and given evidence. To your number because the stock already fortified. I immediately go straight to the main gate to their duty post. Upon my arrival at the main gate, I saw Sergeant Wanted and the rest of personnel, including Major Mara of HQ GFC and some senior military officer on the Republic of Sierra Leone forces. RSLAF. Major Mara give me
I was saying to force accused ones to use the response.
Justice Testify.
And he read when it's done, so you have to cross-examine. Let me give you a call.
Thank you.
I have to say I see. All right. Okay.
I was awaiting. I was awaiting at about 01:30 hours on the 26th November 2023. I hear one of our commander receiving a phone call and call us to prepare ourselves that we were forced barracks armed store has been broken by an unknown gunman, and weapons and ammunition has been stolen by those people. Because of the happenings at River Force, the Chief of Staff gave order to break the armed store and in order for us to supply weapons, to order. In order for us to supply weapons to the other personnel, for them to protect the complex of corporate vicinity. After signing for my home, I was having weapons of Corporal Ansumana, the guard commander of the main gate. This weapon was having no rounds, so I then came up to hand over his weapon and advised the two of them, Corporal Amara and Asumana, to go and sign for weapon with grounds. I was on my way to the masjid at about 05:30 hours to pray the Fajr prayer. After the prayer, after the prayer, as one unknown man who was standing at the back of the old wood Palema. I then looked for him. I did not see him, but only the blood rolling from the direction where he was. I saw him on the ground, oozing out blood all over, but was unable to say something clearly to me. They only told me that he was fired and let me then call their boss to pick me up, which I told them back. Which I did. I then load him in the vehicle where my weapon was and moved up from Palema Road, heading towards Dewey. They asked me to come down from our vehicle and collected one AK rifle and jumped. So we jumped down. I jumped down with my brigade. From then, for them not to know that I am not together with them. I started as I was standing at the right.
Yes. The recorder of exhibits J1 to 7. Can you recorder of this exhibit?
I'm the recorder of the statement I just read.
Yes, this one that you just read. You recorded it?
Yes. Yes, my Lord.
You recorded this exhibit, you are struggling with your handwriting. Okay, now, during the course of obtaining this exhibit from the fifth accused, you are together with who?
It's my witness, Sergeant Bangura Oti.
Sergeant Bangura Oti. Now, from what you have just read, it is true that the fifth accused told you that he was captured, right?
Yes, my Lord.
He told you his area of deployment was for his HQGFC, right?
Yes, my Lord.
And from your
Christian or Muslim?
Muslim.
Take the Quran. Quran. Repeat after me.
I, RSLAF 1817-9510 Sergeant Kamara SB.
Swear by Almighty Allah.
Swear by the Almighty Allah.
That's the evidence.
That the evidence.
Which I shall give.
Which I shall give.
Before this court martial.
Before the court martial.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing.
And nothing.
But the truth.
But the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me Allah.
Swallow the Quran, my Lord. Christian or Muslim?
Muslim.
Take the Quran. It's after me. I,
RSLAF 1817-9510 Sergeant Kamara SB.
swear by Almighty Allah.
Swear by the Almighty Allah.
That's the evidence.
That the evidence.
Which I shall give.
Which I shall give.
Before this court martial.
Before this court martial.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing.
And nothing.
But the truth. So help me Allah.
So help me Allah.
Swallow the Quran, my Lord.
Pray for me. Sergeant, could you please state your name?
Sergeant Samuel Benjamin Kamara.
Where do you live?
I live at Ugafos Barracks.
Yes.
I never it's pretty cool. After I statement making, I read it over to him in English, translated it into Creole, and he admitted to be true and correct. He also affixed his right thumb on the left part of the statement. Within sign, and I also signed and dated.
So you had obtained the statement in the presence of another witness?
Yes, sir.
If you were to see that statement, would you be in a position to identify it?
Yes, my lord.
That's the statement?
Yes, my lord.
Is it signed and dated?
Yes, my lord.
Stated?
Yes, my lord.
Is it the original statement?
Yes, my lord.
You want me to see it?
Evidence. I am also told that I have the right to a legal representation provided by the RSLAF legal department if I show desire, and that I also have the right to hire a private legal representative, but at my own expense. I am the above named senior NCO currently serving with the aforestated unit since my passing out from AFTC Beluma in 1990, respectively. Since I was posted at 15 Battalion after my training, I have never deployed into any other unit in the RSLAF up to date. I can recall that at about 1700 hours on Saturday, 25th November 2023, I was at my deploy at the proposed ECOWAS standby force building close to the Leone International Airport, when I saw Staff Sergeant Kalong of 15 Battalion Longe, who arrived with a vehicle, Jeep Assist color, and all its doors and back glasses were tinted with black
which made it very difficult to identify an individual on board unless the door is open. On his arrival, he met me alone at the said deployment. He stopped the vehicle and slightly pushed down the front seat glasses, where I saw him, and I was able to identify that the person in the vehicle was Staff Sergeant Kalon of the same unit. Staff Sergeant Kalon told me to onboard the vehicle for all he was in that mission. I only came to know that Staff Sergeant Kalon was among those who did the shooting incident in Freetown, in Barforce Barracks, Concrete, Moriton Barracks, and further went to both Panema Road Maximum Prison and reached the Grayson Female Correctional Center at Jumugianta Road, Freetown, opened and lawfully released all the inmates therein. Honestly, I don't know the Okada rider, as most of them were just passing by, and it is not easy to recognize them properly. Whilst I was at my residence, I was thinking about how Staff Sergeant Kalon wanted to make my family to suffer if I had joined him with his vehicle and followed him. Since that time, I never go to the barracks until at about 300 hours on Wednesday, 10th January 2024, I left my deployment at the ECOWAS Standby Force building for 15 Battalion. Whilst on the way, on reaching at the 15 Battalion main entrance, I heard Last Corporal Kafo of the same unit who was grumbling that Staff Sergeant Kalon did not try by joining those assailants who has come to destroy Mama Salon. In my response, I told him that Staff Sergeant Kalon was not trying, and I further told him that Staff Sergeant Kalon met me at my deployment and persuaded me in diverse ways to join him in the vehicle. But on the next day, 12 January 2024, the military police attacked 15 Battalion, escorted me to the custodial center of Barforce Barracks, Freetown, where I was until today, 15 January 2024, when I was asked to make a statement in relation to this issue. That is all. Stated regularly in English, translated and explained to me in Creole, where I was given the opportunity to add, correct, or alter anything I wish. This statement is true, and I made it out of my own free will. Statement ended at about 15-12 hours on Monday, 15 January 2024, at the 1st Provost Company Military Canteen in Barforce Barracks, Freetown.
That's good.
Yeah, wonderful. Now, were you the investigator who obtained exhibit K1 to 8?
Say again, my lord.
The statement that you have just read.
Yes, sir.
Were you the sole investigator who obtained it?
I was.
It's not correct. You never read that statement to the seventh accused. You never read that portion to him.
My lord, I read it, that is why he signed the accused signature.
Now, you are a seasoned investigator, correct?
Yes, my lord.
How long have you been an investigator?
I've been in investigation side for 15 years now, sir.
Now, from your investigations, are we going to say that the seventh accused, it was not brought to your knowledge that he was placed on parole, right?
No, my lord. He was not telling me about any award. And in fact, I was not investigating an award case.
Okay. You didn't want to know whether or not he left the shores of Leone.
Say my lord.
Did you investigate whether or not he left Leone to Freetown?
I asked him why he left. He said he was escorted by the military police, commanded by the 2IC.
Listen to the question. I'm asking you in respect of the 26th day of November 2023. Did you investigate as to whether the seventh accused
Christian or Muslim?
Christian.
Take the Bible. Repeat after me.
I, RSLAF 1875-774, Staff Sergeant Johnny S.
Swear by Almighty God
Swear by Almighty God
that the evidence
that the evidence
which I shall give before this court martial shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So on the Bible, my Lord.
Could you please state your name, Staff Sergeant?
I am RSLAF 1875-774, Staff Sergeant Johnny S.
Where do you live?
I live at Benjamin Barracks,
And you are a Staff Sergeant of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces?
Yes, my lord. I was then placed in the office, and later I was tasked by my boss with the MP content to get his statement. My lord, before I could go ahead with the obtaining of the statement, I was together with my colleague W2CC. We conducted the interviews together. Before I could commence the statement taking, I cautioned and questioned the accused person that he was not obliged to say anything unless he wished to do so. Whatever he says will be taken down in writing and will be given in evidence. He understand the caution was and agreed to make the statement, which I recorded. He made the statement in Creole, I recorded it in English. At the end, I read the statement over to him. I admitted it to be true and correct, and then affixed his signature at the left bottom part of the statement, which I also signed as a witness. W2C also signed as a witness.
And if you have to see that statement, would you be in a position to identify it?
Yes, I will. That occurred in Freetown on Sunday, 26 November 2023. I have been asked by Staff Sergeant Johnny S. in the presence of W2CCT, Motor Special Investigation Branch, SRB Joint Proposed Unit, Copy Barracks, Freetown, that I am not obliged to say anything unless I wish to do so. But whatever I say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. I am also told that I have the right to illegal representative provided by the RSLAF legal department, and that I also have the right to hire a private legal representative if I so desire, but at my own expense. Do you understand? Answer: yes. Question: do you wish to make your statement without the presence of your lawyer? Answer: for now, I don't have a lawyer, but I can make my statement without a lawyer. Question: what have you got to say in respect of the allegation being put to you? Answer: the allegation put to me is not true. I did not conspire with anybody to overthrow the government. I was enlisted into the Republic of Leone Armed Forces in the year 2000 as a private soldier at the Armed Forces Training Center, the Barracks, with registration number AKF 904 HLX TVS blue, black, and white in color. I went and picked her up, and I used the Town Old Road and dropped her off to the last point where it is not motorable for bike. She then climbed the hill to her house. I returned to the main Town Road and used the Congo Cross Road to Bafos Barracks, heading to Zaina's place at Town. The reason why I came to Bafos is because there is no road or parking space for my motorbike at Zaina's place. On my arrival at Bafos Barracks, it was already after 1800 hours. I then parked my motorbike at the back of the guard room and then went to Town using the Bafos Barracks through the door Christian Church, Bafos Barracks. I informed one of the soldiers that was on duty at the Bafos guard room that day. I don't know his name, but if seen can be identified, as he is one of the young soldiers working at Bafos. I arrived at Zaina's place at around 1900 hours. This was my third time of me visiting her place, and this was the first time of sleeping there. At about 08:30 hours, I met my 3 children at home. My wife is not at home. She is a police officer, and she is deployed at Lungi since April 2023. As soon as I arrived home, my elder son, Ishmael Lahai, and some of my close neighbors, including Finda, informed me that Sergeant David, who worked at the President Lodge, who is also my neighbor, came with a group of soldiers on board 2 vehicles, and that they threatened to kill me because I wanted to kill him, as he spotted me firing a gun against him during the November 26, 2023 attack in Freetown. Both my children and the neighbors advised me to stay off my house as they will be coming back, and if they see me, they will kill me. Upon hearing this information, I decided to go to the 7th Battalion Gadoon to collect a tag and band, which I understand they were sharing to soldiers. But unfortunately for me, before I could reach to the office, I met with one of the soldiers working at Godwin Station by the name of Opo Briggs, who informed me that the tags have finished and they have gone to Poppy Barracks for another supply. Opo Briggs also informed me that Sergeant David and others asked for me, and they said they are coming back. When he cautioned them that he gave them lift and they should not dictate to him what to do. I went to him as I was in my civil attire and asked him the cost for him to take me to Kenema. In response, he said the transport fare was 50,000 Old. I then boarded the vehicle and sat in the trunk where the soldiers were seated. On arrival in Kenema, I boarded another truck for Kailam on free of cost after I assisted the driver to load his truck. We arrived in Kailam towards in the evening hours, around 1900 hours, and I passed the night in one of the cookie shop at the roundabout. At about 05:45 hours on the following morning, on the following day, Wednesday, 29 November 2023, I got up and went to Buedu town, walking on foot from Kailam. I arrived at Buedu town at about 1100 hours and took a motorbike to Dawa town at the cost of 15,000 euros. From Dawa town, I walked on foot through the bush road to Bolamu town in the Republic of Liberia. Bolamu town is the place where my father, Bakemo. I then came to Foya in Liberia and traveled to Dawa town and then to Buedu town. On that day, I proceeded to Kailam town and I passed the night in Kailam. On yesterday date, Sunday 24 March 2024, at about 1400 hours, I left Kailam on board a private vehicle to Kenema. I reached in Kenema a little bit late, and because I do not want to use any other vehicle, I decided to sleep and wait for the government bus. In Kenema, I met with an old friend of mine whom I had known in Pijama and who came to buy a motorbike. It was this Hassan, a friend, that lodged me at a place very close to Capitol building. This morning, about 0700 hours, I woke up and went to the park and bought a ticket for Freetown at the cost of 120 million. The bus departed Kenema at about 08:30 hours. We arrived in Freetown at about 14:30 hours. The bus stopped at Texaco and I took another transport to come to Poppy Barracks. I arrived at Poppy Barracks at about 15:30 hours and reported myself to the military police at the Special Investigation Branch office, and I then explained my ordeal to them, after which I was asked to make my statement, which I did. I wish to also add that the main reason that prompted me to return to Sierra Leone was, one, my father's advice to me to return. Two, I don't want.
Are you telling this court that you are not part of those that went to Zainab's house
No, my lord. Or another set wait here.
Do you aware whether there was anyone for the sixth accused?
No, my lord.
As to whether he is one of the persons of interest on the alleged November 26 incident?
No, my lord.
During his narration, he told you that when he came home, he was told by neighbors, including his own son, that they were looking for him by one corporal David of the presidential, Sergeant David of the presidential guard. Is that not so?
Yes, my lord. That was what the accused said.
Did you attempt to ascertain that bit of information that he gave to you? Did you? By reaching out to Ishmael, especially his son. Did you?
My lord. Yes, my lord. As I said, another set of investigators went and contacted both parties.
So are you saying in this court that you only limited yourself to just record narrations of the six accused?
Yes, my lord, as I was engaged in other investigations.
Sergeant Jamil, if I may ask, how long have you been as an investigator?
My lord, over 10 years.
10 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this method that you apply in this investigation, is that part of those methods you've been doing or you've done before? That you are not the lead investigator, but you are here to testify.
My lord, as I earlier on said, that I may be called upon by my boss and may be tasked to undertake certain duties. That was part of
Even your smile is moving.
During your investigation, he told you that he went to Monrovia, is that not so?
Golam.
The sixth accused. He went to Monrovia.
Golam.
Okay, he went to Liberia, let me see.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Allora, I expect to apply for the visa of soldiers. And we are moving to another game, we have another business. It's due to tender. Five states. I'm already tuned with the life grades in the only.
I'm sorry?
Apologies, but that was not meant for a hearing. Madam Craig, the witness is present to Craig and the just the days already far on. We don't want to start a witness that we can't finish.
I know the design is quite one.